What's up, you guys? It has been a minute. Let's see what has happened since the last time I put out an episode. Mardi Gras came and went. I went to Arizona. I caught COVID, and then you'll see in this episode I forgot to put gas in my boat. So needless to say, this is a pretty interesting episode, I think. I also caught my personal best trout, so y'all stick around until you see that. What a strange day, but it turned out great. Can't wait for y'all to see how it goes. Let's jump into it. All right, well, Cito came, saved me. I'll probably include my conversation with the gentleman in the video. And you know, I don't know if it's COVID brain or just itching for fishing brain, but I decided to push it even further into the marsh. That's because the man gave me about 5 gallons. So I probably got about 4.5 of them. And for my boat, that is actually plenty. Now, I'm really not that far into things right now, but conditions have changed. And I'm just at that point where I've been out here so long, I'm letting the sunk cost kind of take over. If it were just me, and I didn't have a wife and kid to think about, I would just go home and come out here tomorrow. But I can't waste 2 days not hanging out with my kid. So we're just gonna try and make this work. Now this little spot right here is a spot that I've caught a lot of specks in at this time of year. You've all seen me do that, actually. Quite a few episodes filmed here. The time right now is probably right at 11. Generally not the time of day you're going to catch fish, but I have been hearing reports that people are catching them around this time as the water warms up. Water is plenty warm today, though. Conditions right now, winds out of the north-northwest, I would say at maybe 12 to 15, gusting up to 18. Yeah, there's something right there. Got a little hit. There's one. Oh, there's one, finally. That's got to be a little red. Yeah, all right. Ooh, a really pretty multi-spotter too. Taking a risk boat flipping, but there we go. All right, skunk is out of the boat on a beautiful, beautiful multi-spotter. Probably a keeper too. Don't think I'll keep it, but hold on, buddy. Man, he was barely hooked. 4 spots on this side. See if I can, there we go. Gonna show y'all. Making something out of the day. 4 spots on that side. And 3 spots on that. 7 spotter. Really pretty fish. Now that I look at it, definitely not a keeper. Probably 15 or 14. But super fun to get the skunk out of the boat. All right, looks like there's still some over there. As always, I'm going to do a 3-cast rule. Unless I catch another in 3 casts, we just move on. But there's definitely a lot of activity right here. You can see it all right there. But we really ought to catch some more fish. It's probably not going to be the day that I had expected. Well, obviously it's not. I didn't expect to run out of gas. But we should make something out of the day, and honestly, just to catch one makes it worth it. I was definitely feeling sorry for myself. Now I'm going with that 6th Sense 1/4 ounce jig head with the H&H Kakaho in Tuxedo. I'm going with the 1/4 ounce, which for as shallow as this water is probably too heavy in most conditions, but with this wind and this really hard falling tide, we had full moon either last night or the day before. Anytime you got a full moon or a new moon, water's going to fall a whole lot faster than normal. And then when you got that north wind pairing with this falling tide, woo-wee. Place is going to be bone dry at the end of the day. This flat that I'm in right now, I've never ever had a problem with running aground, and today I have. So this is just one of those days, I guess. Welcome back to fishing. I'm going to stick with the Kakaho on a 1/4 ounce. I love this spot for it. What I love even more at this spot is a DOA shrimp, so I may have to tie one of those on. Now I'm very wishy-washy about lures right now, and that's because I'm somebody that really likes to match the hatch, as they say. And we're at a part of the year where I'm not exactly clear what the hatch is. I have seen a few very baby shrimp, and early this morning I did try a DOA shrimp under a popping cork. I had a couple takedowns, nothing major. It wasn't, whatever was hitting it, not big enough. But I really love this spot in general. It's one of my favorite spots to try. Never seen anybody else here. I've seen people come near it, but never to it. So it's a relatively untouched location. Not even any crab traps in here that I know of, at least. Now you can see as I get closer to there, that current's trying to throw me into the bank on that other side. And that's something I want to take it to my advantage. Over here, I want to throw against that side. Well, most of the bait appear to be fin fish, so we'll see. Oh, there's one. There's a trout. Or is it a bass? Can't tell, but boy, whatever it is, it smacked this. That is a nice trout. All right. All right. We are going to make something out of this day. Let's see if it'll keep the male. I can hear it croaking. 14 inches, yep. I'm going to keep some trout. Oh, I didn't show the camera. Here we go. Not a huge one, but it's a keeper. Let's see if y'all can hear it drumming. There it goes. Now, I don't think I've talked about this so far on the channel, but when I keep fish, I no longer want to just throw them in the box. I'm going to actually stab this guy right in the head, put him out of his misery. Make the meat actually taste better when you do that. Now, there's a trout that size. There should be more. Famous last words, I suppose. But as always, 3 cast rule. Some right there. We're just gonna have to fan cast. Oh, something right under my boat. There's one. Oh, I saw him hit too. That was awesome. Another trout. This one's not a keeper. Well, maybe. All right, fish number 3. The day is not a waste. This one probably was a keeper with the old rules. Probably not anymore. Very skinny guy. Yeah, 12 1/4. Last year's keeper. Whoa. See you later, dude. Not my most elegant release ever, but whatever. Okay, let me go and try and get us anchored in a good spot. Seems like they're kind of right in the middle over here. Yeah, that was cool. Oh, there he was. I saw him hit too. I think we might have found him. Oh, he got off. That was a nicer one. There's a little slick developing right there. That's where they are. Let's see if we can do it again. Well, you want to know what filming on YouTube's like? That was my chest cam dive right there. So I had to think, should I keep fishing? And of course, I'm going to keep fishing. Now just watch as I start to kind of bail out on the cast. The fish is going to come and yank the rod almost out of my hand. Right there. Now, apologies for the wind that you're about to hear. I tried to capture as much of the original audio as I could, and that just means I had to rely on one of my bad mics. Alright, my chest cam died, but here's trout number 3. This is a 13-incher. Wind has really picked up, but so has the bite. I tried to change my batteries as quickly as I could. Hopefully y'all can hear all this. Had a hit on consecutive casts, 4 casts in a row. My chest cam battery, of course, died during that. So we'll see what all got. There's one. Oh, I'm not hung up. Ah, must be hung up. Oh no. Got it, whatever it was. Got it off. Okay. Let me check the hook. A root. Whenever you see that, that's a root. Probably an old tree or something. Might be the structure that the trout are hanging around. But in effect, we'll see. I don't want to jinx it. There's one. Oh, it got off. Twice I've lost one. But I think in effect, we might have come across some trout that are feeding. Obviously we have. How big the school is, I don't know. We're gonna find out. I am going to time box this. Give it 3 more casts in this direction. And I'll do 3 more casts in the other, and then we'll have to start moving on. Can't spend all day here, even though we caught a few. There's one. Oh! I gotta check my hook. That's 3 or 4 that I've missed. No, not the hook. Must be me. If any of this looks familiar, it's because I'm gonna hit up these spots pretty much every time I go fishing because they're so close to the launch and they've always been so productive. They're not always productive every time. Nothing ever is. But these are usually productive. Also, one of the few places where I regularly, there's one, where I regularly catch flounder. I'm not sure what this is. It's a red. It's a red. No, wait, maybe? Big speckled trout. Oh. That's a big speckled trout. I almost went in the water with it. Come on, net. All right, we got it. Whew. That is a monster speck for any time of year, but especially right now. Man, look at this freaking speck. Compared to the others that I caught today, this is a giant, probably an 18-incher, 16-incher. I'll show y'all. Get a better shot. That's the thumbnail, right? I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. And I'm not gonna keep any more fish for the day. But wow. That was very, very unexpected. Big trout like that in this water, I'll take it every time. That was awesome. But you know, this wind, it's so strong. I don't really even know where I caught that fish, if I'm honest. Show me the way, birdies. Show me the way. All right, well, we are at the last spot. Shouldn't even bother counting. I don't know. But this is a familiar spot. This is a common wintertime spot for me. This is normally where I catch bigger trout until about March. Although I did catch that one big trout in a completely new spot today. And now when I say spot, I guess I should be more clear, because I've seen a lot of this today. Today is a very busy day at the marina. A lot of people out fishing. You know, we had a full moon either last night or very recently, and that always means hard falling tide, and we had a hard falling tide that would be falling pretty much all day. Everybody knew that. Everybody knows that. So a lot of people were out here. Weather's not too bad. It's just a little windy. Other than that, beautiful day. And so what a lot of people I saw today do, and this is kind of interesting, it's new to me. It's not a style of fishing that I ever do. They were sitting at spots. And now I got a little distracted because I'm trying to see what kind of footprints these are right here. That's obviously a spot where some kind of animal comes into the water. Can't tell. Anyway, so people would sit at the mouth of bayous and just kind of sit there. You know, and I don't know if these people have live bait or what. One kind of funny anecdote about that, there are some guys, I don't know their names because I am just so terrible at getting people's names, but either way, there are these old guys, and I think their boat's called It's Sunday or something like that. It's something about it being Sunday. The joke is it's Sunday, so they're going fishing. But either way, it's these three older gentlemen. They're super nice. They do this. They sit in a spot. So let's take that ditch right there. And you know it's going to be draining into this at low tide. What they would do is they would just anchor on the other side and just throw at that ditch all day. Just let their bait soak. Which, look, if that's how you want to fish, that's how you want to fish. I'm not criticizing. But, you know, knowing that those guys fish like that, normally when I go fishing, I don't see that. Because normally when I go fishing, I generally try to pick days where there's not a lot of people out. I don't like fishing around others. Not because I'm selfish, but because other people just mess everything up. And anyway, today, so many people were doing that. Just sitting at one particular spot. Now for me, when I say spot, I mean an area. I will stop at a particular spot if I've caught a fish there, but I'm never fishing one spot. I'm always, ooh, that was a trout. I'm always fan casting. I'm always trying to figure what angle I have to cast at to catch these fish. So anyway, that's a very long-winded way of saying I don't spot fish. I go to certain areas based on time of year and conditions outside. I have certain things that I look for when going fishing. Oh, there's one. I've caught a fish right there almost every single time I've come here. Here's a red. Here's a red. Perfect size red too. I mean, I don't know. I was just talking about spots. Don't fish spots. And I don't, and I won't. Beautiful fish. But there's always a fish right there. Always. Stay away from that trolling motor, big guy. Look at that pretty fish. He's not done. Back at it, y'all. Back at it. Had a rough start, but man. Now, I've said it before in other episodes, just stick with it. That's how you catch fish. That's how you do anything in life. I had to guess maybe 24. Look at that. Beautiful fish. Let me measure it. .23, 1 inch off. Let me show y'all. Beautiful fish. Don't know if it's coming out how blue that tail is. Man, sight for sore eyes. Thank you, fish. I love catching those things. All right, well, no gas, no problem, huh? Yep. That's why I will always Always, especially this time of year, come to this spot. Check my lure, I didn't forgot to do that. Alright, so we got a rat red, 23-inch red. Missed a couple speckled trout. Had them on the line, but didn't land them. Kept 3, threw 1 back. So, it's 6 fish total. Not the best day I've ever had, but all things considered, I'm happy with it. Let's see if we can get 1 or 2 more. Definitely got a hard stop because, oh, that was one. Anyway, got a hard stop today because I've only got 1 more battery. There's one. There's one. It's a little bitty one. Look at this little guy. Not that little. Probably was a keeper before they changed the rules. Alright, trout number 5, I think. Thanks for the fight, little guy. Nah, definitely not a keeper in the old rules. That's probably a 10-incher. Very odd where that fish was. Wouldn't have expected one there. But whatever, we'll take it. But those little ones are probably why. Oh, there's one. This is a nicer one, whatever it is. That's a red. I haven't seen it yet. That's got to be a red. Wow. Is it a red? No. It is a PB trout. Holy cow. Look at this trout. I don't know what to say. This is a PB trout. Please do not swallow that lure. This is a gator. Where are my pliers? Don't want to hurt this fish. I'm 100% going to release it. Look at this freaking trout. Look at this trout. Look at that, y'all. Look at that trout. I'm going to keep it in the net. That's the biggest trout I've ever caught. I haven't measured it yet. Got to see if I have some more tags. I just caught a 10-inch trout. Just caught a 10-inch trout in the same spot I caught this gator. That, my friends, is a 22-inch trout. My new personal best. Let's let it go. Swam off beautifully. Have to put that in the release over 20 database. Oh man. Oh man, I don't know what to say. I'm gonna just have my moment. Gotta cover my mic here, it's just so windy. What do I say about the day? Absolutely incredible. I'm out of breath because I'm just kind of speechless at what I caught, but also the COVID thing. But I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I hope what you take from this is what I've said probably somewhere in the episode. Life sometimes isn't easy. You gotta go through stuff. That's just it. And if you want to succeed, you gotta keep trying. And that's what I did today. I made some dumb mistakes. I really could have beat myself up, but I didn't. I stuck with it, kept trying, and I landed a trout that, quite frankly, I shouldn't have. Normally, those trout that big are not gonna hit a lure that I'm throwing. So, that's the message. That's always the message. I was gonna fish a little bit more, but I saw the time. It's about 3:30. Half an hour to get to the marina, half an hour plus an hour to get home. So I'm looking at 2 hours now. I want to get there before my daughter goes to sleep because I promised her ice cream. And you know what? I want some of that too. So if you like episodes and channels and whatever like this, please like and subscribe. And until the next time, I'll catch you later.